The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not specifically regulate the length of cord used for decorative lighting. Instead, the underwriter's laboratories, or AL, listing associated with the cord itself dictates the maximum approved length for that particular style of cord. It's crucial to examine the UL listing information on the cord to determine its safe operating parameters. A practical approach is to limit the cord length to the shortest length designed for the wattage of the lamp it serves. This helps maintain electrical safety and prevent potential overheating issues. It's important to differentiate between UL listed and UR, which stands for Underwriters Registered. These are not equivalent certifications. UL listed signifies that a product has undergone comprehensive testing and evaluation by underwriters' laboratories to ensure it meets specific safety standards. This process involves rigorous testing of the product's design, construction, and performance to verify its compliance with established safety requirements. Furthermore, UL provides ongoing engineering support and surveillance to maintain the integrity of the listing. UR, or Underwriters Registered, on the other hand, represents a different level of recognition from UL. A UR designation indicates that a manufacturer's quality control procedures have been examined by UL. However, UL does not conduct testing of the product itself under the UR program. The focus is solely on assessing the manufacturer's ability to consistently produce products according to their own specifications. Therefore, a UR designation does not provide the same assurance of product safety and performance as a UL listing. When selecting electrical components, especially cords and transformers, prioritizing UL-listed products is advisable. This ensures that the product has been thoroughly tested and meets established safety standards. This reduces the risk of electrical hazards and promotes a safer electrical installation. In the context of the described lighting installation, which involves a 12 volts, 50 watts halogen lamp attached to a headboard, several factors should be considered. Firstly, the cord length from the socket to the manufacturer's switch being less than 6 feet and the cord from the switch to the transformer being 8 feet are factors related to safe and proper function. Secondly, the fact that the SBT cable is UL listed and the transformer is UR listed raises the point about the importance of using UL listed components when possible. Thirdly, the headboard installation being removable without screws attaching it to the wall is a possible safety concern. The cord's length is determined by its UL listing, not the NEC. However, the NEC does cover the installation of electrical equipment. The NEC provides guidelines for the safe installation of electrical equipment, including lighting fixtures. While it may not dictate specific cord lengths for decorative lighting, it emphasizes the importance of using listed products and adhering to manufacturer's instructions. The UL listing on the cord provides crucial information regarding its suitability for the intended application, including the maximum permissible length. Using a cord longer than specified by the UL listing can lead to overheating, insulation breakdown, and potentially fire hazards. The distinction between UL listed and UI is significant. UL listed products have undergone rigorous testing to ensure they meet established safety standards. UR products, on the other hand, have only had their manufacturing processes reviewed by UL. The product itself has not been tested for safety or performance. Therefore, relying solely on UR approval may not provide sufficient assurance of safety. Regarding the headboard installation, several aspects warrant careful consideration. Firstly, since the headboard is removable and not permanently attached to the wall, there is a possibility of strain on the cord and connections if the headboard is frequently moved or repositioned. This could lead to damage to the cord insulation or loosening of connections, increasing the risk of electrical hazards. Secondly, securing the cord to the headboard in a way that prevents strain and protects it from damage is essential. Using appropriate strain relief methods, such as cord grips or cable ties, can help prevent the cord from being pulled or stressed. Thirdly, ensuring that the transformer is properly supported and ventilated is crucial for its safe operation. Transformers generate heat during operation, and inadequate ventilation can lead to overheating and premature failure. The NEC addresses the installation of transformers in Article 450. In summary, While the NEC may not explicitly regulate cord lengths for decorative lighting, it emphasizes the use of listed products and adherence to manufacturers' instructions. The UL listing on the cord provides crucial information regarding its safe usage, including the maximum permissible length. Prioritizing UL-listed components and carefully considering the installation aspects such as cord strain relief and transformer ventilation can help ensure a safe and reliable lighting installation. Additional considerations include the following. Firstly, verify that the transformer's output voltage matches the lamp's voltage requirement. Using a transformer with an incorrect voltage can damage the lamp or create a safety hazard. Secondly, ensure that the transformer's wattage rating is sufficient for the lamp's wattage. Using an undersized transformer can lead to overheating and premature failure. Thirdly, inspect the cord regularly for signs of damage, such as cuts, cracks, or fraying. Replace any damaged cords immediately to prevent electrical hazards. Fourthly, avoid overloading the electrical circuit. Ensure that the total wattage of all devices connected to the circuit does not exceed the circuit's capacity. Fifthly, use surge protection devices to protect the lighting system from voltage spikes. Surge protectors can help prevent damage to the transformer and lamp caused by electrical surges. Sixthly, consider using a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, outlet for the lighting system. GFCI outlets provide additional protection against electrical shock, especially in damp or wet locations. Seventhly, follow all applicable local electrical codes and regulations. Local codes may have specific requirements for lighting installations. Eighthly, consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about the lighting installation. A qualified electrician can provide expert advice and ensure that the installation is safe and compliant with all applicable codes. Ninthly, keep flammable materials away from the lamp and transformer. Halogen lamps can generate significant heat, and flammable materials placed too close to the lamp can pose a fire hazard. Lastly, unplug the transformer when not in use to conserve energy and reduce the risk of electrical hazards. This is especially important if the lighting system is going to be left unattended for an extended period. The NEC addresses flexible cords and cables in Article 400. While it may not specifically address the length of decorative lighting cords, it does provide general requirements for the use of flexible cords and cables. These requirements include ensuring that the cord is suitable for the application, that it is properly supported and protected from damage, and that it is not used as a substitute for permanent wiring. The NEC also addresses the installation of lighting fixtures in Article 410. This article provides requirements for the support, wiring, and grounding of lighting fixtures. It also includes requirements for the use of flexible cords and cables to connect lighting fixtures to the electrical supply. The specific requirements for flexible cords and cables vary depending on the application and the type of cord or cable used. However, some general requirements include the following. 1. Flexible cords and cables must be listed for the intended application. 2. Flexible cords and cables must be protected from physical damage. 3. Flexible cords and cables must be properly supported. 4. Flexible cords and cables must not be used as a substitute for permanent wiring. 5. Flexible cords and cables must be properly connected to the electrical supply. In the case of the described lighting installation, the SBT cable is UL listed, which indicates that it has been tested and found to comply with applicable safety standards. However, it is still important to ensure that the cord is properly installed and protected from damage. The cord should be supported to prevent strain on the connections, and it should not be run through doorways or other areas where it could be damaged. The transformer should also be properly supported and ventilated to prevent overheating. Additionally, the installation should comply with all applicable local electrical codes and regulations. The headboard installation presents some unique challenges. Since the headboard is removable, it is important to ensure that the cord is not subjected to excessive strain or stress when the headboard is moved. The cord should be long enough to allow the headboard to be moved without pulling on the connections, but it should not be so long that it becomes a tripping hazard. The cord should also be secured to the headboard in a way that prevents it from being accidentally pulled or disconnected. One option is to use a cord reel or a cord management system to keep the cord organized and prevent it from becoming tangled or damaged. Another option is to use a strain relief device to protect the cord from being pulled or stressed. Ultimately, the safety and compliance of the lighting installation depend on careful planning, proper installation, and adherence to all applicable codes and regulations. If you have any questions or concerns about the installation, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician. In addition to the above considerations, it is also important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with halogen lamps. Halogen lamps operate at high temperatures, and they can pose a fire hazard if they are not properly installed and used. The lamp should be installed in fixtures that are designed for halogen lamps, and they should not be placed near flammable materials. The lamp should also be protected from physical damage, as a broken lamp can release hot gas and glass fragments. When replacing a halogen lamp, it is important to allow the lamp to cool completely before handling it. The lamp should be replaced with a lamp of the same type and wattage. It is also important to dispose of used halogen lamps properly, as they contain mercury. Mercury is a hazardous substance that can pose a risk to human health and the environment. Used halogen lamps should be recycled or disposed of at a designated hazardous waste collection facility. By following these safety precautions, you can reduce the risk of fire, electric shock, and other hazards associated with halogen lighting. In conclusion, while the NEC does not specifically address the length of decorative lighting cords, it does provide general requirements for the use of flexible cords and cables and for the installation of lighting fixtures. The UL listing on the cord provides crucial information regarding its safe usage, including the maximum permissible length. Prioritizing UL-listed components, carefully considering the installation aspects, and following all applicable codes and regulations can help ensure a safe and reliable lighting installation.